When a leader struggles to achieve the results they're accountable for, they frequently make mistakes selecting and implementing a process improvement system. And selecting the wrong system can negatively impact the leader's ability to be successful. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the top 4 mistakes leaders make when selecting and implementing a process improvement system, as well as practical and easy to implement solutions to help you overcome them. Over the past 30 years, I've assisted hundreds of leaders from all types of organizations successfully implement a process improvement system that resulted in the leader being able to quickly improve the performance that they're accountable for. And when helping these leaders, regardless of their position or industry, there's 4 common mistakes they all make. Number 1, the first mistake leaders make is not creating a scorecard to document in writing the key outcomes the leader is accountable for achieving. So studies have repeatedly shown that less than 10% of employees actually know the leader's top goals. Just because you, the leader, knows the top goals and associated performance measures and target levels does not mean everyone on your team does. So imagine if you have 10 direct reports and only one of the 10 actually knows the key outcomes or goals you're accountable for, there is no way you're going to be successful as a leader. So by not creating this one-page scorecard that clearly identifies and communicates to your team in writing, that's the secret, in writing, the key outcomes you're accountable for always results in misalignment and wasting of your limited resources. Why? Because everyone's working on what they believe are the key outcomes. And because you have not documented or tracked the outcomes that you're accountable for, there's no reason to implement a process improvement system. So a quote that I always use, no measure, no target, no gap, no worries. But of course, this results in you not being successful as a leader by not achieving the results your boss is holding you accountable for achieving. The solution is simple. You're just going to create a one-page strategy scorecard that includes a balanced set of strategic goals, objectives, performance measures, target levels, and actions you're required to achieve. Now, with your strategy scorecard completed, next is to conduct monthly scorecard meetings with your team. Now, the purpose of these meetings is to review the measures to required target levels, right? Celebrate your team's success at meeting those levels, as well as identify performance gaps so that a team can be formed to improve performance back above required target levels. Now, if you'd like to learn more about how to create a one-page strategy scorecard, then I would encourage you to watch this video next, where I walk you through a simple 3-step system. A link to the video is in the description section below. Number 2, the second mistake leaders make is selecting the wrong process improvement system. Now, too often leaders and, of course, members of their team, they chase these certification levels, such as becoming a black belt and Six Sigma process improvement methodology. Not because they believe it's the most cost-effective, the most effective method, or the system that members of their team are actually want to implement to quickly improve performance and achieve the results they're accountable for. Instead, way too often, they obtain these certifications because they believe it's a great addition to their resume and will help them in future job promotions. Now, the biggest disadvantage of implementing both Lean and Six Sigma, these PI systems, is the steps and techniques they require are simply not necessary for 99% of the situations where you need to close performance gaps and improve performance. It's like investing $20,000 to save only $1. Now, these systems require a significant amount of training, anywhere from 2 to 7 days off-site. They cost hundreds, and more commonly, they cost thousands of dollars per person to attend the training. Now, the steps are really rigid and don't allow for easy customization, of course, depending upon the performance improvement gap that you're trying to close. And because your team members know this, right, it is difficult and sometimes even impossible to convince your team to want to learn and actually implement these systems. So the solution is implementing a simple but highly effective process improvement system like our 3-step rapid process improvement or PI system. Now, because it's easy to learn, implement, requires minimal time and resources, and here's the secret, it will quickly and predictably improve the outcomes you're accountable for because it's not an issue to convince your team to implement the systems. Now, our rapid process improvement system only has 3 steps. Step 1 is where you're going to easily identify why, or the key root causes as to why performance is below required target levels. And to identify the whys, you're going to look back. You're going to look back at past events where you did not meet required target levels and identify the whys by the 4 W's. So this is the secret. Who did not, what did not, where did you not, and when did you not meet required target levels? To be successful as a leader, you do not want to skip this step. It is the most important, the most critical step of any process improvement system, as well as a step to your success as a leader. Step 2 of our RPI system is you and your team are going to identify and implement solutions that you believe will overcome each of the root causes identified in step 1. So by identifying targeted solutions that are just crazy laser focused on the who did not, what did not, where did not, and when did you not meet required target levels, you're going to be absolutely shocked how quickly you can improve performance with minimal time and resources. Step 3 is where you're going to monitor and evaluate the performance measures that were below target to see if the solutions implemented actually improve performance back above target levels. Now, you're also going to want to get feedback from your team, how to improve and modify as necessary the solutions that were implemented. Now, if you'd like to learn more about our 3-step rapid process improvement system, then I would encourage you to watch this video next, where I walk you through our simple system, and a link to the video is in the description section below. Number 3, the third mistake leaders make is not requiring the team to use the process improvement system you selected when performance is below target level. Now, I see this all the time. A leader, maybe you, invested thousands of dollars sending their team to learn a process improvement system, yet the leader doesn't require its use when performance that they're accountable for is below required target levels. The negative organizational impact is then allowing critical performance outcomes to continue to be below target levels. And the negative impact of you, the leader, is feeling frustrated and stressed that you're not able to achieve the required target levels that your boss requires of you. So the solution is really simple. As a leader, establish a criteria when your process improvement system is required to be used. So an example of this, a simple one, is when you have 3 consecutive months of results not meeting target level, or when the year-to-date performance is below target levels. Now, what you're not going to want to do is leave it up to the leader or the team to decide when are they going to use it or not use it. You want to be absolutely consistent that require the use of the process improvement system and to use the system in steps to get performance quickly back above target levels. And finally, number 4, not eliminating fear among your team how the results of your process improvement efforts will be used. Now, this is a huge mistake that you as a leader are going to want to avoid because you may never recover from it. So almost every time a PI team is initiated, the results often reveal, significant variation in performance, and almost always identifies a team or individuals who are not performing as expected. Now, if your team and the individuals believe the process improvement process is going to be used to punish or fire individual based upon the findings, no one is going to want to participate or share their results in the future with you. Now, the solution is simple, but sometimes hard to do as a leader. I get it. The easiest thing to do is what? You just punish or fire members of the team who are not performing at the required target level. But the best thing to do is just pause, step back, look at the system, right? And look for opportunities to form, educate, and adjust and improve your processes necessary that will then have the greatest likelihood of improving performance and getting your results back above required target levels. Okay, there you have it, the top 4 mistakes leaders make when selecting and implementing a process improvement system. Now, if you found value with the information I presented in this video, I would really appreciate it if you would hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Now, in the description section below are links to additional video lessons and online courses I absolutely know will help you become a more confident and successful leader by quickly achieving the results you're accountable for.